Good morning. It's Erica of AriBo Arts, and we're here for some Battmaking. Weekly session, mostly weekly session. Though heads up, I will be gone most of January, so you will miss me. So we are making a bat today, and I'm looking for I just noticed I had a piece of fiber. There we go. Making a bat based on the November palette of the month. Okay. And you might be saying, well, Erica, it's still October. Yes, it is. But the November WAFA sale is pretty early. It's before Thanksgiving. Because the last weekend is not a full weekend. We always do the last full weekend of the month. And because Thanksgiving's so late, I'm just straightening stuff out as I talk. We are having it early, and it always, the photos that the vendors submit for the spotlights are due this Friday. Right? So, and they like us to have a photo of palette of the month if we're going to do one, so that can be sort of the lead photo. So like on Instagram, when you open it up, you get all these like photos that are like riffs on each other. And so that means I have to have this bat done. So that's why I'm doing it, even though, well, by the time I submit it, it will be November. So I really did make a bit of a mess when I was on here last. I'm trying to even remember what I made last. Oh, I made Emerald Island. I did a demo on my own page. So we're just sort of quickly going through and cleaning this up just a little bit. Got little bits of wool in there. Got a couple teeth out of place. So, yeah, so that's why I'm doing it now. Okay? So, no Halloween bat. Though it is sort of a Halloween bat, it is Halloween colors, sort of. Definitely a fall vibe to it. If you haven't seen the photo, I did put it in the event. It's, I think it's from Carolyn Greenwood. I think she took that photo. It's like an old-fashioned gas station with these sort of agate red pumps, and then there's this. God, I'm having trouble with words today. There's a straw bale and some pumpkins on it. And it's very sort of autumnal in colors. And I'm like, I know I have some fiber somewhere that is the exact color of that straw bale. I could not find it. Sorry, the cough from my cold is still lingering. And I could not find it. I was like tearing through tubs this morning. I was just like, I know, it's a thing of Romney, and it's that color. And I have no idea where it is. Right? So, we are going to use white. And this is actually, there may at one point have been a label on here, but it looks like it's worn off. It's definitely a medium wool. And probably from a farm somewhere. So it will just get labeled U.S. wool. But we're going to soup it up with colors. Okay. Got the fire agate bamboo, because you know I like that fire agate bamboo. And to bring in more of that orange color, I've got this, this Leicester Longwool from the Rose Field. I think this might be like their Autumn Harvest colorway or something like that. I did find the Leicester Longwool. That was exciting. Also in that sort of family, I've got this Compassman Creations Firestar. I was thinking of actually using Angelina because it's technically Angelina season now, but I actually turned the ceiling. I don't know if you can see the light changing a little bit. I actually turned the ceiling fan on this morning because it is humid here. It's going to be in the upper 70s, and it was like 80 yesterday. Okay, and like didn't cool down a lot overnight. It cooled down some, but it's going to cool down tonight. We got big storms rolling in later today. And we're supposed to be having highs of 50 from that point on. So, yeah, this lingering summer is over. I may have to go find cough drops. But actually, I'm locked in by the tripod, so I can't do that. So to pick up some of those more browny colors, got a little bit of natural cotton and brown. And then I have this bio nylon. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how I feel about the white base, but that's what I got. The only sort of brownish color I could find was alpaca, and I didn't feel like making a pure alpaca bat. Those things, that's just really a pain in the butt, because what happens is it gets stuck to the liquor in. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Like I said, I have no idea. This could be local Cordale. It could be anything, really. I do have my water here, which I'm going to stop and have a drink from in a second. So we're going to put down a base, and I'm going to tip the camera so you can watch me work. Conveniently, also time to drink my water. Which hopefully won't make me cough more. Of course, the talking makes me cough. So if it gets bad, I will just not talk. So I'm riding a small dopamine rush because got notification last night that I got into a show I applied to for next year. Okay, where is the end? There it is. Not sure how this is going to work with the white. If you'll notice, I don't do a lot of white bats unless I'm doing like an ice type of thing. Okay, so put this aside for a second, someplace safe, and let's start souping this up. Start with the bamboo. Actually, no, let's start with the luster longwool. What I like to do with this is sort of thin it out like that. And I'm going to start at one end, but I'm going to go all the way across. And so I'm just going to keep it sort of at an angle there. So it's fairly evenly distributed. Fire agate works nicely. Let's put in a little bit of cotton. And we're just going to treat this like an oil, right? Because that's essentially what it is, right? So just like little bits of it. And we'll want to press that down into it. So as you can see, it just shows up on the liquor end. This color is called Grays. Very much sort of that. It's a little darker than that straw bale. Actually, this is probably the closest color to the straw bale. Now, I did think I do have a bright orange bio nylon, but I thought the fire agate would be good enough. Okay, that gives us some yellow. Okay, it's not terribly exciting, but it does pick up the colors. Okay, I'm going to step off camera real quick. Okay, I'll get some more white. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to use huge stretches of the white, I want to add my portion of fiber to other, base fiber to other stuff a little smaller instead of it being a huge chunk. Stuck over here. I apologize. Oof. Problem with doing a white base is it will make everything else very pale. It washes out the colors. I'm going to go a little heavier with the bamboo on this round. A little more luster marmalin. Yeah, the cold really exhausted me too, so that's why my album is not up. My album I'm going to work on it today. A little bitty cotton seed in there. Okay, I think that is picking up certainly the colors in the image. So I may make this a fairly small bat. This side just doesn't like to hang on to it. When I found the Lester Longwell, I also found my Romney stash, which I had been looking for last month, or actually this month. The Waffle breed was Romney. November, the breed is, it's actually not down breed, so it's a collection of breeds. South Down, Suffolk. I'm not sure if Cheviot fits in that or not. Down breeds make great natural or great fibers for socks because they're naturally superwash. They're not good for wet felting. You can needle felt, but you can't wet felt them. Ah. So I think this and then one more layer, and that's probably going to be all we're going to do. Okay, let's do this one next. If you have any comments, please drop them there. As usual, Facebook is not showing me any comments. Just a little bit left. Let's put that on. Yeah, when this is done, I'll sit down and have another cup of tea. Only had one this morning, so. Okay, one more layer. It's not going to be a particularly thick back, but always got to watch your feed tray. Make sure the fiber doesn't pick up anything else in your work area. Eloise was very excited. Yesterday was National Cat Day, so I took lots of pictures of her. Of course, in her opinion, every day is Cat Day. This is like one of my favorite colors. Not the rose. Roseville makes. It's either like fall harvest or fruits of fall or fruits of harvest or harvest fruits or something like that. Find the end. Can I find the end? I can find that piece. There we go. Sebastian's still noisy. I apologize. Bio-nylon. Yeah, on my to-do list this week is also my, I got a crack in my windshield. Gotta go get that taken care of. Fortunately, it is fairly small and totally way on the other side. I think it happened when we had a temperature, we went below freezing significantly for the first time this fall. I think that's what did it. There'd been a little spot that I hadn't really noticed before, and then suddenly it grew. So remember, this is natural cotton. Just using it like an oil. That picks up that I can talk, yes. The straw bale in the photo. A little bit of Fire Star. A little bit more Fire Star. Okay, I think we're done. Let me just clear these away. So a little bit of workspace. Oops, so that may have fallen down back. Oh well. So if you have a name suggestion, please pop it in the comments. Also time to start thinking about guessing the weight. My fluff and fold station is still occupied with other stuff, so you're not gonna have that extra time when I'm off camera, because I won't be off camera. Now remember, it's gonna pale out when it spins because it has that white base. Because I couldn't find the Romney that I knew I had. Somewhere I have a bag of Romney that is the right color, but I couldn't find it. You can also tell that this white is not going to want to let go of the drum. Really is not going to want to let go of this drum. So I'm going to press this back down into here. Just don't jam your thumb under there. I don't know if it's because I'm talking. Like all morning, I've been like pretty fine with the cough and everything, but I think it's because I'm talking, aggravating it. You can also tell this is firm, fresh fiber. There's just like a little bit of VM right there. Okay, let's peel this off. See how bad it sticks. It's sticking. Got a couple of clumps sticking behind. Okay. I've got a little bit of extra carding action going on, but before fluff and fold, that's what it looks like. But I'm going to turn it to the side so you can see the layers. It's like lasagna. Right? See a little bit too. So clearly that's going to pale out. So what I'm going to do is just roll this. This is one of those going to be super, it's going to look really thick and fluffy, and then it probably won't weigh a lot. So if you are guessing, this is your last chance. Actually, I'm going to let's move it off. Try again. That's better. When it fluctuates just, 0.001 or 2, that's okay, but when it's doing like a lot more than that. Yeah, it's still pretty light. It is 2.1 ounces. But if you have any name suggestions, please pop them in the comments. I will sit down with a cup of tea and go back and read the comments once I'm done. Oh, Heloise is wandered. I suspect she came upstairs, had a little food, and now she's coming to check out what I'm doing. Oh, no. Bathroom. Yes. She eats something, so she has to make room for that to digest. So, okay. That's it for today. There is a Halloween Zoom spin-in. You do not have to come in costume. That is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, take care, and happy Halloween.